Hey Scorpio, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your monthly money reading. So I got all the majors, okay? Because I want to see what the heaviest energy is, right? I want to know exactly where your money at. All right, Scorpio. So let's see. All right, messages for Scorpio on 3, 1, 2, and I want this one. All right, so we have the Hermit. So you guys could be holding on tight to your money right now, because for some of you, you came really close, right, to a bad place. All right, so if you're doing business this month, you could be doing business with a Virgo. Okay, yeah, Virgo. I don't know. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but you know, if you've worked with a Virgo in the past, I feel like it may have been, they could have been a good teacher, or you could be working with one right now. They could be like an expert at something, or they, I don't know. There's a connection. I think I'm feeling here, Scorpio, with you and maybe somebody else. They could be a Virgo. They don't have to be, okay, but the Hermit is here, so they could be. But I feel like this is a resource for you in some way. Like there's someone who can help you with something this month, help you find something, research something. They could be guiding you to think about something, or guiding you into a particular business or investment or something like that. But I feel like there's, you know, you're kind of stepping back right now, and you're looking at, okay, what do I do next? All right, spiritually, a lot of you could be asking for, you know, source to give you some type of ideas, you know, or you could be going in to search for guidance. All right, so some of you, if this is a, you know, an investment, we'll see what the other cards say. This may be an energy asking you to not invest or withdraw from something right now, to withdraw your money away. But we'll see what else we have here, because I don't know. I do feel like that energy, like I just feel a little bit of like the tower energy, where something unexpected could have happened, may happen. I do kind of feel that here. So I'm just going to throw it out there, you know, for some, not for all, but so you may want to withdraw from something, but a lot of you have just come out of something. All right. All right. So we have an argument. Okay. And I do feel that kind of energy. Like I said, I feel that it's not an anxious energy, but one that I would feel like I feel worried about something. Not worried, but I feel something here. So you could have had an argument. I don't know. You've come out of something. I can say that. Okay. You have be a good sport. All right. So somebody could be being unrealistic in some particular way. Okay. That's how I'm feeling. So maybe you're just taking a break. For some of you, you could have just stepped aside, stepped back from something. Maybe someone was being unrealistic, like their expectations were just unrealistic. Maybe that was about maybe a business idea, a vision you may have, some type of plan you may have, you know, wanted to put into place. Okay, but some of you may feel like, you know, there's someone setting you up for failure. Okay, because they have unrealistic, you know, financial goals or expectations in some way. But then we have this be a sport card. It says you're being asked to have more fun or focus on being a team player. It says you could be great at any sports career or in the field of health and fitness. Improve your finances by considering working as a team or doing collaboration. So this is the problem this month. So as far as like, I don't know, just be mindful. The strongest energy that's here is basically like two people doing business together and maybe things not working out. Okay, maybe someone feels like someone's being unrealistic with the deal or with their expectations and how you guys are going to put this business together or how you're going to make money. Okay, so you could not be speaking to someone right now because you've had an argument. Okay, but it says, you know, hey, you know, improve your finances by considering, you know, working as a team. Maybe you did this already and maybe this is where you are. Okay, but I feel like I almost feel like you'll get over it. Like it's like this is gonna go away. So if you come into a disagreement, just sit back and just, you know, look at everything. Don't be hot-headed, Scorpio. Okay, because you guys, the thing about, I think I said this in another sign, but you know, And it's a strong Virgo, because now I'm thinking about it again. It is Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Capricorn, right? Those are the signs those signs represent like wealth and money, right? Those are the signs that, represent that, the 10 of Pentacles type, energy. Okay. And so I feel like you guys, because you have that strong, you're all about getting that money, making that money, like having what it is that you need, right? And yeah, I feel like you can be a sport about it, but if you feel in any way that it's not going to work out or you're going to lose money, I just feel like you're going to speak up. You may be more authoritative about it. So I could see you, there's something here with you and someone else, but I think that it's going to work out. I think right now, and this is, again, the strongest energy here is like some type of business, two people in business together. But I feel like it's going to work out. Like you're not going to separate. You're going to move forward, I feel. Okay. I could be wrong, but let's just see what the cards say. But I felt that argument, like, interest is crazy. All right, so we have the Magician. You see it, it's going to work out. I feel like you guys have everything that you need, okay? I see where because you're trying to make this money, but he got everything he needs. And again, Virgo. There's Virgo. Some of your partners are Virgo, period. All right. So anyway, could be a Gemini with the Magician, but I feel like, okay, the two of you have resources. I feel like there's two people here. Like you may have A and B of the project, and the other person has C and D. I'm trying to explain this the way I'm feeling it. All right, so the two of you together is what's going to make this work, okay? Strong Virgo energy, and now Gemini is on the table as well, okay? If you're dealing with an air sign, they're brilliant, right? They usually have good ideas, so that it may be worth, considering what it is that they're talking about and what they're bringing to the table. If it's a Virgo that you're dealing with, like they are so disciplined, right? They're disciplined, they're hard workers, right? They're going to put the work in. You can best believe that. Okay, so we have two people here. So that one has ambition, one has ideas. Then we have that power, of you, Scorpio, who is all about pushing and getting that money. So this is a good team, okay? Yes, there can be some clashes between the two of you, but all in all, look who's on the table. We got the Magician. This is everything that you need. The skill is here, the potential is here, the resources is here, and the action is here. The Magician represents all that. So you have what you need this month for whatever this is. All right, let me get you another card, okay? But this reading's over. like you have everything you need for this business, okay? All right. That's a lot. I didn't want all that. All right, so we're gonna just take them though. We got the Devil, we have the Star, and we have Strength. I could say so much, but the cards kind of speak for themselves, okay? The Star represents the star. You did everything that you need right now, okay? The universe is like, it's a go. All right, I love the Star card. Okay, this is blessings, it's good luck, right? It's money. All right, let's go there. And we also have the Devil. All right, the Devil he's not, in this reading, he's a good guy, because I feel that this is, your strong point, right? Staying convicted, right? Staying focused, right? Not giving up. I do that. And I have to point out that the Devil is underneath that be a sport card. So don't be nasty. You could, I don't know. I'm not saying you're being nasty to someone, but, Scorpio, you can be. So just keeping it real, all right, with the Devil. What else? So, I think this is a good attachment. Like I said, I feel that, like, even the Devil being here, it's just pretty much, showing that, there's no giving up, okay? Or this is going to work. Let me just say that there's an energy here that is focused and fixed on making this work out. All right. The hardest part, I think, is going to be, you know, just not arguing so much. Okay. Not clashing so much. Okay. Because if you look, you have the arguments and you have strength right here. So that's going to be the hardest part with this business. Everything else you have the star, you have the magician, and you have the devil. The devil's here to say, you know what, I ain't giving up. I'm here to stay. Like, look at the dude. He's changing a chair. He's not going nowhere. So if you can make this work, I feel that this will be a very lucrative idea, business, job, whatever this is. Honestly, this isn't just any regular job. This is something that's being created, something that's being made. All right. So, and I know it's different Scorpios out there. Everybody's going through something different. But I honestly feel like this reading is geared towards, you know, a business-minding Scorpios that are, you know, trying to hook up with somebody else to kind of grow something, start something. That's here. Biggest obstacle, like I said, just seeing eye to eye. That's the biggest obstacle, but you got this, Scorpio. Remember, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.